What's good, YouTube? Hope everyone's doing well. This is a chest, shoulders and arms workout. I recently did it at the garage. First exercise we've got is the shoulder press with the barbell. Reason being I did this first because I find it the hardest exercise. Certainly the hardest exercise to lift the most weight on. And the bench was just set up, so I did that first really. Did with the shoulder press 70 kg. I did do 80, but really 70 kg is my working weight. That's what I get 10 to 15 reps on. So I did a total of 4 sets of the shoulder press. As you can see, going low, as low as I can realistically go. It's always a little bit awkward because I am on a bit of a hill. And it's always harder doing it by yourself, to be honest. Just, you've got to be extra precautious with the barbell. And the shoulder press is obviously, in my opinion, one of the most difficult lifts you can do. Second exercise we're moving on to the incline bench press. Now, as you can see, it's still really high up. The bench I've bought, the incline settings are really steep, so it's almost like a shoulder press. The weight used on this is 80 kg, I think. Still 10 to 15 reps each set, going as low down as I can realistically go. I know you get people who always want you to go full range, but I don't. I never have done. To be honest, everybody is different, and sometimes you just can't. On this exercise in particular, it's really difficult to drop it right on your chest. But as long as you're doing 70-80% of the rep, that's more than good enough in my opinion. 80 kg. I did give 85 a go, but that was a little bit steep. Doing the incline press is always a tricky exercise, but it's a really good one to build up at that upper chest. Third exercise, I moved on to some side lateral raises seated. Now, when you're doing it seated, it is a lot harder than doing it stood, in my opinion. Reason being is because it takes the swinging out of it. You're always going to do a little bit of swinging, but when you're seated, it does work more those side delts, and it takes other muscles out of it. Using a pair of 20s there, and I got, I think, 10 to 15 reps again. So 4 sets on the side lateral raises seated. In my opinion, it's one of the best exercises you can do for your shoulders, particularly when you're doing it seated. When you're stood, you can use more weight and swing more because other muscles do come into play. And then finishing off on chest on the flat barbell bench press. Now, by this time, I'm goose, to be honest. And this is 90 kg. Now, usually 90 I can get close to 20 reps on, but this was 8 to 10, third chest exercise, and I was just gone by this point. I still did it, I got 90 just, but it was a just 8 to 10 reps. You can't beat flat barbell benching, to be honest. The old school stuff does work, and it's simple, but it works. So I did a total, I think I might have done 5 sets on the flat barbell bench. I might have lowered it, I went up to 95 and I got 5 or 6, but realistically, at 90 was me working weight for that today, particularly doing it when you as the third exercise. Then after finishing off on the bench press, I moved on to some arms, doing some incline bicep curls. Now, in my opinion, this is the hardest bicep exercise you can do. Reason being is because your arms are locked in place. When your arms are locked in place on the bench, you can't swing. It's just that bicep doing the work. When you're stood and when you're at the end of the bench, you're using other muscles to get the to help get that weight up. Whereas when you're locked in place on the incline bench, your arms are locked in place and it is you just doing the exercise. There's a big difference. With this, I think I used the 20s and I got 10 to 12 reps, maybe 15 for the first set. But that in my opinion is the best bicep exercise you can do. It's certainly the hardest, at least, particularly when you're putting it on that incline. You'll notice the difference. When your arms are locked in place, the exercise is a lot harder to do. So again, 4 sets of that, and then finishing off 4 sets on some tricep push downs. Form not amazing, but at the end of the day, particularly on this machine, because it is quite rusty, you'll have to believe me on that. Doing it with the rope is a lot harder. You can use more weight if you use the bar, but in my opinion, the rope is better just because it's harder. You feel it more in your triceps. When you're using the bar, you have a tendency to lean into it and use other muscles to get it down, whereas with the rope, it is a lot harder. If you can lift 50-60 pound on the tricep push down with the rope, with a bar you can probably do 80 or 90. The rope's the hardest. If you've got that choice in the gym, definitely use the rope. But if you haven't got access to that machine, bench dips, parallel dips, even close grip diamond press ups, any of those exercises are going to help pump up your triceps, so you don't always have to use a machine for that. Then doing some stud side lateral raises, just to burn out the shoulders. You can go a little bit heavier. I think I used the 22s with that. A little bit of swinging, but hey ho, it's not everything's going to be perfect. Get, I think, 10 to 15 reps with the 22s. And yeah, that was my chest, shoulders and arms workout at the garage, and that's just a quick show you what my physique's looking like at the minute. About £200, certainly the heaviest I've been, I think I've ever been, to be